Both these items are consumable. It means you'll last a couple of years and then eventually they'll stop doing the job they wanted, which is sharpening your knife. I'm going to talk about both independently. So I'll do the diamond rod first because it's, well, I quite like it. It's one of my favorites. So I particularly like the shape. This means that more surface area of your knife when you're riding out there is in touch with the surface. And that surface is impregnated with tiny little industrial diamonds. They're going to cleave away the metal. This actually removes metal, and that's what's going to give you that sharp edge. But you have to use it right, and that's what we're going to show you in this video. Then we've got this one. This is a ceramic honing rod. I'd use this roughly about once a week. I use it on all my knives, to give it a couple of strokes either side. That's all that's needed to keep your knives in tip-top condition for over a year, just using this. This one is when it gets too bad. This one will keep it tip-top all the time. Use the two together, so you do this and then finish off with this one, and then you have some really good knife care. Okay, so I'm going to show you the technique that we use for using one of these. It's the same for the diamond as it is for the ceramic. Remember, you'd use the ceramic probably more than you'd use the diamond. So this is your weekly one. The tricks to this are really simple. It's not about speed. It's not about going really fast like you might have seen celebrity chefs do. It's all just about keeping the angle consistent on the stroke and then doing a few strokes. You don't have to go for crazy for it. You just need to do 3 or 4 strokes on either side of your knife. Do that once a week, and this thing will keep sharp for a year. So I'm just going to show you how we're going to do that. First job, we have to find what the angle is. Now the way I do that is we want the angle around about 18 degrees or thereabouts, which sounds a bit random, but it's relatively easy to find, don't worry about it. A couple of tricks to do it. Trick number 1 is you start off with a 90-degree angle, so your knife pointed straight up. So imagine I can fit a square there, and that's the square corner. If I go half that, I'll get to about 45. And then if I go half again, I end up with about 22-ish. And if I go a smidge more, that's about where I want to be. So that's the kind of angle I need to get. That seems a bit random, so one of the other ways you can do it, if you imagine you've got two 2Ps stacked up on here, you want the back of the knife to be about 2 2Ps high. And then to mark that, what I do is I find out roughly where that is, and I put my finger against the edge there, and I just look down it, and I can try to see where that is. So I'm looking for about 2 2Ps worth or thereabouts. Now it doesn't have to be absolutely bang on. All that we ask is that what you decide you're going to do it on, you try and do every time. It's a little bit harder than you think, but practice makes perfect, and that's why we go slow. So when I've got my angle and I'm comfy with it, and I'm feeling where my finger is on here, so now I'm using that as my guide. 1 stroke, 2 strokes, 3 strokes. And if you watch what I'm doing, I am pulling the knife this way, as well as pulling it up here. So I'm going a diagonal. And I want to get the whole length of the knife off. So if you've got a longer knife, you're going to have to pull a little bit quicker so you come off to cover the whole length. And when I've done that side, I then go under, I do exactly the same thing. This time though, I'm either using this part of my finger or sometimes I use my thumb, and I'm looking down it, trying to find out that I get about my 2Ps. So again, I'm going to rest it here so I get where my point is. And then I'm just going to do same again. 1, 2, 3. That's it. 6 strokes of the knife. It's got to be close enough. It doesn't have to be bang on. We're not doing an operation with this or anything. We're chopping vegetables. Don't get too stressed about it. That's enough to keep that sharp. You do that once a week, you'll have no problems at all.